Hello guys and dolls. Today we're looking at the Railway Children train pack from Bachmann. On the front of the box we see this beautiful pannier tank which has been finished in umber livery, and it displays the fictional livery. And here are two coaches that appear in the pack, also in a fictional livery. And behind there is a representation of the Oakworth station. Let's turn the box over. And we see on the other side there is an illustration of what's inside the box. Here is a shot from the end of the film where the loco is decked out in Union Jacks. Here is a photo of the children who appear in the film. That is Jenny Agutta, who, if you fancied as a boy, maybe you would like to have this train pack. Turning the box on its side, we see we have a depiction of what's in the box: the Scenicraft building, the locomotive and the two coaches. Let's open it up. Inside there's an insert in black and white, and once again the three children appear in the scene. Inside the box we find the locomotive, a GWR 5700 pannier tank. Its umber livery is unique and quite unlike the usual Great Western green or black we're accustomed to seeing. This livery was chosen to reflect its appearance in the movie, giving it a cinematic flair. Next we have two GNSR coaches. While these aren't strictly accurate for the Edwardian era depicted in the film, they're a close match and fit the aesthetic beautifully. These coaches share their toolings with earlier models produced by Replica Railways and Main Line. Some of you may recognise them as being similar to the coaches used for Gordon's Express in Thomas the Tank Engine range. They're solid, reliable models with a nostalgic charm of their own. Let's get the Breake coach out of the box. I need to remove the insert first. It's quite well packaged in a piece of plastic. You'll note this has the fictitious GNSR branding. This coach has metal wheels, which is a point in its favour. If you're wondering what type of coach it is, it's actually the same as produced by Main Line. If you compare it to this Main Line coach, you'll see it's the same tooling. I'll turn that over. The Main Line coach, though, doesn't have metal wheels. Also, this coach is similar to the ones produced for the Bachmann Gordon Express coach range. And also it's similar to the other mainline coaches produced some while ago, and has the same tooling as this one here, which is what does it say? Yes, number 12212 57-foot corridor Breake, second British Rail maroon coach. So that's what they are. They're not actually Edwardian coaches. Here we have the Oakworth station building, which I think is a lovely model. In a minute I'll put it on the turntable and rotate it round for you. Here's the 5700 pannier tank in umber livery. This loco is still at the Worth Valley Railway, but it is not in steam anymore because it's undergoing a service. This loco has quite intricate lining, as you can see, which is a GN SR. It has sprung buffers. You can see here that the wheels are also painted instead of being left black, which is quite a good touch. You can see here there's detail inside the cab. There's a brake handle or a reverser handle, I'm not sure. I think it's a reverser. Looking at the front of the loco, we see that the smoke box dart, or whatever you call it, is quite nicely picked out, as is the hinges. You can see here there is detail inside the cab, but it's not very much detail. You'll also notice there are metal handrails along the side of the boiler, which is a good feature. Here's the brake coach. Let's rotate it round, shall we? It has like a rubbery thing on the end, a rubber connector on the right. Well, looking at this closely, you can see there's quite a lot of detail picked out. It says guard on there. So class compartments. This is a close look at the end with the rubber corridor connector. It's rubber. This is the brake end of the coach, and this end of the coach has two windows in, as you can see. These windows were used to facilitate push-pull working. Here is the Oakworth Station Steamcraft building. This side of the building is the platform side. This side of the building is the street side of the building. Okay, let's take a closer look at this. You'll note there's quite a lot of detail on this, and there by the door the interior is modelled. And there's the post box and the clock, which is a nice detail, I think. And the doors are beautifully painted in red. Here again we see the detail has been executed to a high standard.